Hey everybody, welcome back to Final Thoughts about Monopoly Deal card game. Hopefully you got a good idea of how it plays with that video. Hopefully there wasn't too much glare. And hopefully the lighting was okay. I know some of the colours may have been a bit hard to pick up on. So just go over the vital statistics. It recommends it for ages 8 plus. It says it plays in about 15 minutes and it's suitable for 2 to 5 players. Now, if you've read my blog, you'll know I think it's fair to say I hate Monopoly. Cannot stand the game. It's probably the one game that I will actively refuse to play. I will do pretty much anything else other than having to sit down and play it. Um, and I think it's probably worth briefly going over the three main things that I dislike about it. Firstly, it just takes a stupid amount of time to play Monopoly. In fact, I don't think I've ever properly finished a game. And you can say what you want about house rules, and it's probably true that I think when I have played it, we probably use the free parking rule. But it's still, I still think it's a long game for what it is. Even if you weren't to play with the free parking rule, it would still probably take a good couple of hours to play. Which, bear in mind, essentially it's a roll and move game. Yeah. Anyway, um, the other issue is exactly that. It is a roll and move game at heart. Yes, there's auctions. Yes, there's a bit of bartering negotiation, but essentially you're rolling dice. You're moving. If you happen to land on the good properties, you buy them. There's very rarely a reason not to. And thirdly, it features player elimination. Um, I tend to be more of a Eurogamer at heart anyway, so I don't tend to be a fan of player elimination. Um, but particularly not when the game just doesn't end. So you're over with friends or family at Christmas or whatever, and you sit down and someone says, oh, let's play Monopoly, and you're like, okay, fine. And then 3 hours later, you've been out of the game for 2 hours, and everyone else is still having fun, and you're looking for other things to do. So and probably there'll be people on there who say, oh, I'm playing it wrong, or I'm not playing it properly, and you could well be right. But frankly, Monopoly just doesn't interest me. I have no desire to play it correctly. Um, what do I think of Monopoly Deal card game? Absolutely love it. It fixes all the issues with Monopoly. It plays in, I think 15 minutes is probably a little bit generous. I'd say it probably plays in somewhere around, I'd say a little bit generous. It probably plays 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, depending on the number of players, but certainly a lot shorter than Monopoly. Yes, there's luck. Anytime you have a deck of cards, there's luck involved. Even in that playthrough, we saw that player 2 managed to draw that Just Say No card just when he needed it. In fact, it's funny, before I did the video replay, before I did the video run through, I dealt out some cards, and between the two players, there were 3 Just Say No cards in place, and I kind of thought this can make the game last a little long, so I redealt them. But literally, there was no Just Say No card in the game until he drew it the turn 4 he needed it, and that changed the game. If he didn't have that, he would have lost. So there's obviously going to be luck. Whenever you're dealing with a deck of cards, there's going to be luck. Can you draw the right thing? The fact you've got some cards in there, such as the pass go ones, that'll let you draw more cards and get them out. It's a huge deal. The fact that you have to actively play cards to the table while they're in your hand, they don't do anything. You can't, you can never say, oh, I owe you some money here. Yeah. What's on funny money card? Yeah. You can't say, yeah, here's 4 million. It has to be on the table. If you haven't got it on the table, then you can't do anything about it. Which is great. It means you can really start to plan your moves ahead. You can start to look and say, oh, wait a sec, well, this player, they've got no money left, so now's a good time to play Force Deal. If I play it now, sorry, not Force Deal, Debt Collector, if I play it now, they aren't going to be able to pay me. I can start having their properties. But equally, if no one's got anything in front of them, there's no point playing. So there's no point ganging up on them because they haven't got anything you can have. I really enjoyed this game. The other thing, the age. It says 8 plus here. I've played this a few times now with my 6-year-old. He really enjoys it. He actually said at the weekend it's his favourite game. He is at the age where every game is pretty much his favourite game that he plays. But he really, really enjoyed it. We played, I think we played last weekend, and he won. He won the one game we played, and then we played 3 times back to back this weekend, and I think I won all 3. But he, every time we played, oh, let's play again, let's play again, and it's short enough that you can do that. So if you get a a really, really bad hand of cards and nothing happens to you the whole game, you can still, it's forget that game, let's play another one. You can't do that in Monopoly in proper game. If the dice aren't going for you, that's kind of 3 hours of your life you've wasted. So I genuinely like it. I meant to look up how much this costs, but it's going to be less than £10. It's a little box. It's got this annoying the storage that I absolutely hate. You have to kind of split deck in half and kind of put them in. But other than that, and I think one of my children managed to rip mine. But other than that, it's great. The rules are fine. One little sheet with all the card examples on the back. It takes 2 minutes to explain, and it's again a game you can explain while you're going along. You can play open-handed first of all. You can explain to people how it works, and I think because it's Monopoly, it's got a frame of reference that everybody understands. So if they're not gamers, you can get this out, and they're almost ready to play because it's Monopoly, and they kind of understand. They know what's going on, even without knowing the game. The fact it's Monopoly, they know it's about collecting sets of properties. All the cards are familiar to them. They know what Fleet Street is. They know what, instinctively, Mayfair and Park Lane, they're the expensive ones. They're also something I didn't show, 4 of these reference cards. Quick start rules and essential rules. So this again really just goes through how it works, and I think what's really nice about even on here, I don't know if this is going to pick it up, that actually says tip right at the bottom there, always keep a well-stocked bank account. Now that's exactly what happened in that run through. The player 1 ran out of money, so I'd spent all game saying, oh well, money is pointless in a 2-player game, because every time my son and I played, we both just had stacks and stacks of money, and it was, oh, okay, I owe you 10 million, okay, you owe me 6 million, and it didn't mean anything. I think the fact that player 2 got out, Mayfair and Park Lane, and then kept having about 3 of those. I think he had 2 of the rent cards for Mayfair and Park Lane, and I think he had 2 for the full orange set. So he had a lot of money generating rents coming in. But it's a great game. It's also an interesting game in that you can feel that you're out of it. Someone could be a couple of cards away from winning, you can have absolutely nothing, and then in a couple of turns, particularly in a multiplayer game, it can just switch around, because it is tend to be, let's attack the leader, because you have to. If someone's about to win, do anything you can to charge them rent and to whittle down their money and to steal properties off them, because otherwise they're about to win. And actually, if you haven't got anything in front of you, people kind of leave you alone because there's no point on picking on you. So it's very much a game where you don't quite feel like you're out of. Not sure what else there is to say about it really. I really recommend it for the price. There's no reason not to go and get it. It's anybody can play this. I could probably play with my grandma, and my 6-year-old, and it's there's very little reading involved. Even on the action cards. It's just so you know. You kind of know what they do. There's only about, and okay, there's got text down there, but somebody else can explain that to you. There's only about 6 or so action cards that actually do something that's relatively, it's not even complex. I think my son took a few games to get up to speed with, okay, the rent, you have to have that same colour. You can't just play a rent card. I couldn't play that card if I don't have any red or yellow properties. But he plays completely by himself now. He doesn't have to. He doesn't ask for help. He's tactics wise, he's not brilliant, as you'd expect for a 6-year-old. He kind of tends to play the aggressive cards probably too early. you get the force deal and the slide deal. I personally tend to keep them for when they can make proper sets, or if someone's about to win, he'll tend to play them as soon as he has them, just because he can. But he'll learn, you know, and I really would recommend this to any family. And seriously, get this: there is never, ever, ever a need to play the proper Monopoly game again. Seriously. Okay. That's all I had to say, really. Again, as usual, any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below. And if I made any mistakes, let me know. And otherwise, until next time.